Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Hafiz Fadila. I am a college student from UIN Sharif Hidayatullah, Jakarta, majoring in English Education Department. Today in this video, I'm going to review an articles. Yep, not one or two, but 10 articles about how to developing and enhancing your listening skills in English. There are many methods, findings, and role of listening in language acquisitions. So let's dive right in and explore these articles together. And before we start it, these articles or this video are intended for English language learner of all levels, including students, professionals, and individuals who are passionate about improving their listening abilities. Whether you are a beginner seeking to build a strong foundation in listening comprehension or an advanced learner aiming to fine-tune your understanding of spoken language, these articles will provide you with valuable insights, strategies, and practical tips to enhance your listening skills. Additionally, language teachers and educators can also benefit from these articles as they offer guidance on incorporating effective listening activities and strategies into classroom instruction. By understanding the roles and methods discussed in these articles, teachers can better support their students in developing their listening skills. So let's check out the first article. The title for the first article is Impact of Repetitive Listening, Listening Aid and Podcast Length on EFL Podcast Listening, written by Serkan Sendak, Nurai Gedik, and Sachip Toker. The objective of this research is to investigate the interactive or joint effect of podcast length, repetitive listening, and listening aid on improving the comprehension of the spoken text in target language, and to examine the participants' perceptions about impact of learning environment, support tools, and media on attention and motivation based on their listening experiences in the study. And the major findings of this article are showed that podcast length, repetitive listening, and use of a listening aid had a significant impact on listening comprehension. Although repetitive listening was perceived as boring, it helped to improve comprehension and attention. And podcast topics and the use of tablet PC were perceived as motivating. These findings highlight the notion that using a listening aid can facilitate listening comprehension and help to reduce the number of repetitions required to achieve similar levels of comprehension. Now, let's get for the second article, Developing Listening Fluency Through Supported Extensive Listening Practice, written by Anna Chang, Sonia Millay, and Willy Ardian Renandia. The objective of this research is to examine the levels of listening support that might be needed to facilitate second language learners' listening fluency development. This study has provided some empirical evidence that second language learners could benefit from the provision of additional support when doing extensive listening. Reading before or while listening can provide learners with the necessary background knowledge of the input and reduce the number of unfamiliar linguistic elements, which in turn might enable learners to experience a higher level of comprehension. Finally, the researcher also believes that frequent, successful, and enjoyable experience with listening may be a key factor that can motivate second language listeners to further develop their listening fluency on their own, to listen more widely and independently, to use their listening skills to facilitate language learning, and to acquire information and knowledge through listening. For the next or third article is the mediating effect of listening metacognitive awareness between listening test anxiety and listening test performance by Jansu and Yating Huang. The objective of this research is to test the mediating effect of listening metacognitive awareness between listening anxiety and listening test score, as well as between test anxiety and listening test score. The results of this article are showed that listening metacognitive awareness mediated the structural path from listening anxiety to listening test score. It also showed that listening metacognitive awareness mediated the structural path from listening anxiety in the low listening proficiency group LLPG, but not in high listening proficiency group HLPG. Listening metacognitive awareness did not mediate the structural path from test anxiety to listening test score in both groups. Next, for the fourth article, learning vocabulary through listening, the role of vocabulary knowledge and listening proficiency by Peng Chong Zhang and Suzanne Graham. This study explored the impact of pre-existing vocabulary knowledge and listening proficiency on the vocabulary learning through listening of 137 Chinese learners of English, when provided with three types of oral vocabulary explanations or second language, code switching, and contrastive focus on form, and when no explanations were provided. The conclusion of these findings, which are of relevance beyond the Chinese learners of English we studied, add to our understanding of vocabulary learning through listening, of the potential value of contrastive focus on form, and of the role of listening proficiency and prior vocabulary knowledge within such approaches. At a pedagogical level, learners' vocabulary size and listening proficiency should be taken into consideration when planning activities to enhance vocabulary learning through listening, with due attention given to the benefits that might be gained from an approach using contrastive focus on form. Next, the fifth article, effect of using video materials in the teaching of listening skills for university students, written by Kretsai Wuttipong. The purposes of this study were to develop the listening skills of university students studying English with the use of video materials and to evaluate students' attitudes towards the use of video materials in teaching listening skills. The major findings of this study revealed that the use of video materials to develop listening comprehension of first-year English major students seemed to be effective, as indicated by the post-test score, which was significantly higher than the pre-test score. For the sixth article, emerging mobile apps to improve English listening skills by Hye-Suk Kim. The purpose of this study, thus, is to demonstrate the effects of mobile-assisted language learning, or MALL, in listening skills. The study aims to investigate whether participants improve their listening skills after taking a one-semester college English course, examine whether there are any significant differences in listening skills between the control group without mobile apps and the experimental group with mobile apps, and investigate learners' perceptions towards mobile-based learning for developing listening abilities. The results of the article provide evidence suggesting that contextualizing mobile-assisted language learning practice can improve listening skills and reveal the merits and drawbacks of the application of mobile phones in a foreign language class. Based on the findings, educational implications for this experimental study and future research are suggested. The seventh article, Enhancing Listening Skills Using Games by Muhammad Luqman Shafi'i, Wawan Kusnawan, and Azid Syukroni. The purpose of this study is to finding out the most appropriate games for enhancing listening skills to students. The process and the result of enhancing students' listening skills of English were the main focus of this study. The data was collected through the instruments were the listening tests, observation checklists, and questionnaires. The gain data were analyzed descriptively to know the process and the result of improvement caused by the application of each game. The research design of this study was classroom action research, which focuses on particular group of students in a certain classroom. It was concluded by the researcher that the implementation of games in teaching listening comprehension could improve the student listening ability. This improvement could be proved by the students' listening achievement and the score obtained by the students. The numbers of students who obtained the minimum passing score have been 74%, and based on the results of questionnaire, and more than 75% of students have a positive response on the implementation of the games. For the 8 articles, the impact of phonetic instructions on Iranian students' listening ability enhancement, written by Mohammad Reza Gobarni. The purpose of this study was to see if phonetic instruction followed by the learners' checking of their pronunciation by the use of phonemic transcription would enhance Iranian students' listening ability. The method of this research is, since random assignment was not possible, the non-equivalent group pretest post-test design was employed to study 2 classes of third-grade high school students as control and experimental groups. Both groups were exposed to the same listening activities. However, only the experimental group received the treatment regarding the phonetic symbols and phonemic transcriptions. The results of the independent samples t-test analysis from the post-test administration indicated that the experimental group who received phonetic instruction had a better performance than the control group who did not receive it. Thus, the findings suggest that phonetic instruction and learners' phonemic transcription of different words benefit the subjects in learning the sound system of the English language more accurately. And for the 9th article, using English movies and TV programs for developing listening skills of EFL learners by Rastislav Metruk. The purpose of this article is to investigate the effects of employing ICT, namely extensive viewing of movies and TV programs on listening skills of EFL. Based on the data acquired by a questionnaire, 18 students of teaching English language and literature were divided into 3 groups. Those who watch movies and TV programs in the original English on a daily basis, 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, and 3 and more hours a day. Afterwards, all the participants took a listening test and the obtained data were subsequently analyzed using the Friedman-ANOVA non-parametric statistical test and a post hoc test. The preliminary results illustrate that despite the fact that some differences in the mean scores were observed, no statistically significant difference was detected in the listening test scores between 3 groups. In a similar way, the post hoc test yielded the same results. Thus, the amount of daily exposure to watching English movies and TV programs in the original did not seem to occupy a substantial role in relation to listening skills of EFL learners. And for the last article, ESL learners' perception and attitudes towards the use of podcasts in developing listening skills by Muhammad Masudul Hasan and Tan Bihun. The purpose of the researcher paper is to investigate ESL learners' perceptions, attitudes, and experiences concerning the use of podcasts as tool for enhancing listening skills. The study aims to assess learners' perceptions of podcast effectiveness, relevance, and usefulness in improving listening abilities. The method used in this research paper is quantitative data were gathered using an adapted closed-ended questionnaire to gauge student opinion, attitude, beliefs, and willingness regarding the use of podcasts in developing listening competence. The questionnaire comprises 50 questions, Likert-type questions, yes or no questions, and open-ended questions were used to assess students' perceptions and attitudes towards podcasts. The study expects that data on learners' attitudes and perception of developing listening skills through podcasts can gather more insightful indicators of usefulness for ESL students. The findings of the study can influence English language teachers to adopt this novel technology in teaching English as students have positive attitudes towards podcasts. The study recommends that rather than integrating instructional technology activities in teaching listening, English language teachers needs to integrate podcasts into ESL curriculum. Results of the study also encourage teachers to initiate training on podcasts for them, as well as their students to better handle self-study listening materials delivered via MP3 or mobile devices. And I think that's all for my reviews of these articles. Whew, what a long video indeed. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much for those who watched this video till the end. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.